Hello everyone and welcome to Authentic Now Yoga, the online yoga studio for anybody and everybody. My name is Jody Pignole and I hope you're sitting down because today we're going to do our full class seated in a chair. If you were like a lot of us, you probably spend quite a bit of time in a chair during your day. And perhaps you already know, but you don't have to be in a yoga class to be able to practice yoga. So the idea of just being able to take some poses throughout your day is super helpful, brings your energy back, brings you back into some mindfulness, helps you with your posture, which can often devolve as you're seated. So, a few things before we start. I want to encourage you, if you have yoga blocks like these, go and get those, and if you have a strap. If you don't have blocks, thick book will be good, or two thick books, or maybe two good soup cans or sturdy boxes, pasta maybe. If you don't have a strap, a belt, a dish towel, a scarf, just something that isn't too stretchy. So you might want to get those before we start because we'll be using those throughout our practice. And also, if you have a chair and you're a little bit vertically challenged, no. If you have a chair and your feet don't reach the floor. This is another good use for these so that you can feel solid, stable, balanced while you're seated. So let's find ourselves very comfortably seated in our chair. So the pelvis is neutral. We're not slumped back. You can use the back of your chair if it's really nice and upright. You can also take something behind your upper back and put that up against your chair, the back of the chair, to help you with your alignment. So what we want is a nice neutral pelvis, sit bones pointed down, and then the spine just comes up nice and tall out of the pelvis. And then we're going to sit this way, release tension, quiet the mind, ease the breath. Yeah, so I'm going to be quiet for a little while. Get yourself comfortable. Find that posture that works for you. And then all we do is just spend a little time with ourselves here, becoming more present, which just naturally quiets everything down. Eyes open or closed, whatever's most comfortable for you, whatever helps you focus the most easily. So we'll just be here for a few minutes. If the mind starts to drift, just bring it back. Simply focusing on the breath is a great way to occupy your mind and your attention. Just take a few more breath cycles, really grounding and anchoring into your body, which gets you more into the moment. So feel your feet on the blocks or the mat. Feel your legs, your butt, your back in contact with the chair. And whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Nice. So we'll do a little bit of warming up before we move too deeply into any posture. And if you find yourself seated, well, you might find yourself doing this throughout the day. I know that I do. So let's just plug in those sit bones. Let's grow the spine tall, reaching up with the crown of the head. And then let's just take one ear down to the shoulder, another ear, the other ear, down to the other shoulder. And then if you want to reach down, depending on what your chair structure is, I can hang on a little bit tightly to the bottom of my chair. And then if I take that first ear down to the shoulder, that really opens that up nicely. And back up, switching sides. Yeah, I can just sort of pull that shoulder down. Let's do one more each side. Keep that alignment. Mine already wants to slip. Inhale, come on up, switch sides. Nice. Bring it back up, really get that height. And then let's just look over the right shoulder. And then look down and look up. Trying to draw a nice straight vertical line with the nose. Just take that up and down a few times. And then back to center. Bring it back. Look over the left shoulder. Trying to keep my shoulders in the same plane there. My body wants to twist with my head. And then looking down and up. It's okay if this isn't perfect. Yeah, a few more rounds. Back to center. Nice. All right, cat and cow the spine. Great little possibility for loosening up your spine throughout the day. So let's just first start with tucking that tailbone under. Bring the belly back to the spine, really round the back. Bring the chin down to the chest. And then reverse all of that. Tilt the pelvis the opposite way. Now the belly comes forward. The back contracts. Lift the chin. Nice. All right, so two more in your own timing. Make sure in between you kind of get a little extra length. It would be easy to just start compressing the spine. Yeah, it's easy when you're opening the front to grow. Try and lengthen as you round the back as well. All right, let's come back to neutral. We'll just do a little easy spiral twist. So I'm going to turn sideways on my chair so I can really use the back of the chair better. But I want to still be square forward this way. And all I'm going to do is grab the back of the chair and help me spiral. Keeping the spine as vertical as possible. Keeping the hips square if you can. Ground those feet. Keep your hips from moving. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Let's come to the other side. So hips are square, feet are grounded. I'm just going to hold on to the back of the chair. Feel that nice, easy spiral. Nice. Let's come on out. So we'll do a little bit of forward folding. So here's where your blocks might come in handy. Actually, I'm going to turn sideways. So depending on your flexibility, you might be able to just fold over, get your feet on the mat, and that's that. If that is too extreme for you, you can fold, bringing your hands to a block. Blocks have 3 different settings, so figuring out which setting is most appropriate for you and a forward fold here. If this isn't really even much, you can take your feet to the blocks and come down even deeper. All right, so things to remember when we forward fold. Let's first just get the spine nice and tall. And maybe your forward fold looks like this. That is fantastic. Yeah, just grow that spine. Find your distance. You can walk your hands down. You can play with this. And we'll spend a few breath cycles here. Just feeling this start to release, lengthening the spine. Maybe your head can dangle. Nice. And wherever you are, whenever you're ready, you can just walk yourself back up. Hands on the legs. Just take one more finding of the vertical. Nice. All right, we're just going to find a little boat pose and yogi bicycling. So I'm going to show you some possibilities here. So we have 2 sit bones and then we have 1 coccyx, tailbone. And I like to just find a little tripod with that. So possibilities, hands come to the chair, you find that tripod, you lengthen. Maybe put your feet on the blocks. I've got my core engaged. Nice. Couple other possibilities. Hold on to the knees, balance, or take one leg up. Hold behind the knees. Keeping this core engagement the whole time and that spinal alignment. Yes. Nice. Maybe you can work a little bit deeper. You can use the chair. Give yourself a little anchor. When you don't feel like you have that integrity though, you've gone too far. So just be mindful. You can squeeze the legs together. Nice. Just play around with that one more round. Lovely. All right, we're going to do a little bit of yogi bicycling here. So just hold on to one knee and extend one leg. Same alignment engagement here. Switch legs. You can take your hands, cross your arms and just pedal those legs out a little bit, or maybe you can take your hands behind your head, bring opposite elbow to opposite knee. Hold on to your chair. Nice. Yeah, we're getting things warmed up, opened up, loosened up. Okay, let's take one block on the mat between the legs, between the feet. So depending on, again, your flexibility and your ability to fold forward, just play with the height. We're going to take the right hand to the block, right underneath the face. We're going to take the left hand to the sacrum. Your hand can be on the block, any of the heights, or it can be on the mat. And all we're going to do is extend the spine and spiral over to the left. going to take my hand down to the mat. So the left hand can stay at the sacrum or can reach up towards the ceiling. Yeah, see, I've got mine. They can try and come into the same alignment with each other is one possibility. Now that might not work wherever you are, but it's something to aim for. You can feel those collarbones widen. Nice. Lovely. All right, let's come on out. So we'll just switch sides. I'm going to come over to the other side just so I can still be facing you. So again, left hand under the blocks between the feet, right hand to the sacrum, lengthen that spine, spiral. Nice, reach the arm up if you choose. Yep, reach it long. Really push down into the mat or the block, engaging the arm, the shoulder, lengthening the spine. It's a lot to do here. One more breath. Nice. All right, come on out. So let us grab our strap. If you have the height issue, keep those blocks handy underneath your feet. Let's hug in the left knee. Whatever amount is available to you. Grow the spine nice and tall. Nice. All right, let's take the strap around the ball of the foot. We'll just extend that leg. If that doesn't work to extend it, you can just keep it bent. We're opening up things, whatever this looks like. And so shoulders are down, set on the back. Core is engaged. Toes up towards the ceiling. Nice. One more breath cycle. See if you can lift it up a little higher without bending backwards. Nice. You can take the strap into the left, bring that leg out to the side. Yeah, bring that back in. All right, let's switch sides. Well, switch legs. You don't need to switch sides. Let's hug in the right knee. Grow that spine. Yes. All right, take the strap around the ball of the foot. Either extend a little or extend the whole way. When you're holding onto your strap, there can be a tendency to bend the elbows, hike up the shoulders. So just let that all be nice and long and open. Good. Find that height. Breathe into those complainy places. And then you can take the strap into the right hand and just take the leg out to the side. Keep that height. Keep the integrity of the shoulder. Nice. All right, let's bring it back. Undo. Seated is a nice way to work into an eagle pose. So again, if you need that block under your feet, go ahead and take that, or 2 blocks. But eagle pose is simply, we wrap the legs, we wrap the arms. So let's just first start by taking the right leg over the left. Now maybe this is what you have available to you. Maybe you can wrap a little bit more. If you can, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just keep it here. And maybe you even need something in between here. You can just take a little towel or a small cushion. So find your leg position. Nice. And then we'll just sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms out in opposite directions. Yeah, get a little space in there. We're going to need that. So we're going to take the right elbow under the left. Get them good and crossed. And then maybe you bring the backs of the hands together, or maybe you can wrap them a little bit more. Nice. Trying to find a vertical here with the fingers and the hands and the wrists. And then you can just lift this up a little bit. Maybe you can come into a little bit of a back bend. Grounding those legs, grounding the sit bones, lengthening the spine. Yes, let those shoulders let go. Nice, everybody. All right, bring the arms back down. We'll just release. Shake them out if you need to shake them out. Unwrap the legs. Wiggle or shake those out as well. Then we'll take the left leg over the right. Find that. If you've got the wrap, go ahead and wrap. I'm just resting on the ball of the foot there. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching the arms out. Yes, this time we're going to take the left elbow underneath the right. Get them good and crossed. Backs of the hands together, or one more wrap with the palms come together. Nice. And then you can grow from here. Bend it backwards if you've got that in your ability. Breathing, lengthening, supporting. Beautiful. All right, come on back up. Release and release. And then let's stand up. We'll find other ways to use our chair that don't involve only the butt on it. So we'll take a standing forward fold, and you've got a couple options here. So feet underneath the hips, parallel. And we can just bend here using the chair, lengthen the upper body here, or maybe the hands are underneath the shoulders. We're just going to lengthen the body here. You can also take the back of the chair and lengthen this way. So find your forward fold version, whatever's going to feel best to your body. See if you can tilt the pelvis a little bit where the sit bones are starting to rotate up. Yes. Keep things long. Nice. All right, let's come on out. So I want to move this further this way. So we have another possibility that we're going to move into a warrior 3 position. And same thing, you can take it with your hands on the chair. Find that forward fold, and we'll lift up a leg, or you can use the back of the chair. Forward fold, lift up your leg. Okay, so let's make sure that the feet are underneath the hips. The feet are parallel. You can lift the kneecaps to really engage those quads so you know your legs are supporting you. Find the forward fold position that is your chosen one. Hands on the chair or hands on the back of the chair. Find that length in the spine. Find that support in the core. And then you can step your left foot towards the right a little bit. Take that right leg just straight up behind you. Keep the hips square. You're going to want to do this where you open, but just keep them as balanced as you can. Yeah. Imagine I'm just coming over gently, pulling that foot back to help you lengthen even more. Good. Bring that foot back down. If you need to get out, shake anything out, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're just going to move on to the other side. So get your feet under your hips. Get your core engaged. Get your length. We can shift that right foot a little bit underneath and then lift that left leg. Square up the hips as much as you're able. Toes are pointed down. Spine is lengthening. Yeah, just take your few breath cycles and work with it. Nice. All right, let's come on out and just give it a little shake out, wiggle out. Good. All right, bring that chair back to the center. All right, so we're going to work on a little bit of lunging. So just take your right leg under your hip, step with your left leg. Now, you can play with this distance. So here's one possibility of a lunge. Here's another possibility. I'm stepping wider. Got it? Okay, so find your distance. Really feel that solidity in the legs. You're going to need that grounding. Step forward. Feet are still about hip width apart. You can take your hand to the back of the chair. You can take one hand to the hip. You can take both hands to the hips, however secure you're feeling. Really growing and lengthening along that long leg. Letting the pelvis come on down. Lengthening the spine. Maybe you've got a little arch happening. Yeah. I love picturing you guys in your offices, in the dentist, in the waiting room. Okay, it probably won't happen, but it's possible. Nice. All right, let's come on back out. We'll just switch sides. Standing on that left leg, stepping forward with the right, finding your distance, lengthening that back leg as you come into that front knee. Yes, growing all the way from the pelvis up to the crown of the head. Good. Really ground that back leg. Ground that front foot. Nice. Lovely. All right, let's come on out. All right, let's find ourselves seated again. So there's a pose called a double horseman's pose or goddess pose. So we can find that in our chair. Just sit down, widen the legs, ground those feet. The feet are turned out. Nice tall spine here. And we're going to just spend a few breath cycles here, helping our knees move that way. Yeah, just widening the muscles in the groin, keeping the spine tall, the core engaged, shoulders down. If they're anything like mine, they're always wanting to climb up towards my ears. I don't know why. I do know why. All right, a few more breath cycles here. Good. All right, release. We're going to take our feet parallel, lift your hips, hands to the chair. So depending on what kind of flexibility you have, it can look like this, feet closer to the chair. It can look like feet stepped wider. Just using the chair for balance. If you want, you can come all the way down now that you're here, if that works for your body. Grounding those feet. Feet are parallel, lengthening wherever it is you are. Maybe your chair's cool like mine and you have a lower rung. Lengthening in your forward fold. One more breath. Really send those feet down into the mat. Send that spine long. Nice. And I'm just going to sit down and let my feet turn out again. I'm going to move my bottom over to the edge. I'm going to take this leg out to the side. Foot rooted just like I had it. Just going to reach up with my right arm and side bend. So it's a gate pose supported by the chair. Just feel that opening on the right side. Yes. Reach it. Breathe. Nice. Come on back up. All right, let's switch sides. So sending that right leg out to the side. Sitting with the left cheek, left butt bone, sit bone on the mat. Nice. Grow up nice and tall. Reach up with the left arm and side bend. Grow, breathe, reach. Nice. All right, bring it back up. All right, just a couple more things I have for you. So one is just a nice, easy, simple back bend. So taking the hands on the chair underneath the shoulders and just lifting your chest towards the ceiling, letting the head come back if that's kind to your neck. Otherwise, just keep it forward. Just pushing my hands into the mat, lengthening my spine. Into the chair, lengthening my spine. Lifting the sternum, the breastbone up towards the ceiling. Nice. And then another possibility, we can sit near the edge, extend those legs, hands under the shoulders still, and lift. I'm pushing the feet down into the mat. I'm lengthening my legs and my spine. Nice. All right, come on back down. So we're ready to find a final meditation portion. Let's just take a minute of free yoga. So you can push the chair aside, get down on the mat, do whatever you want. You can just move around in your chair in a way that would feel good to you, something you didn't get to do maybe. Yeah. I think free yoga is very valuable for listening to the body. And you get to make things up or do things you already know. All right, and whenever you're ready, we're just going to return to a seated position. So use the blocks under your feet if you need that. Use the block behind your back if that would feel nurturing and supportive. And then we'll just spend a little time here being quiet, being with ourselves. I will be quiet for a little bit, a few minutes. Eyes open or closed. With these next few breath cycles, just see if you can tune in again, just like we did at the beginning. Tune into your body, your feet, your legs, your sit bone, your spine. What do you notice? Is there tension still? Are you really sinking into the surfaces? Nice. Let's just take one more full breath cycle. Imagining you're encompassing this whole shape that you're in right now. You can include the chair. Beautiful. And then just see if there's anything you want to celebrate or really note, be thankful for, or take with you into your day. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Cool. Well, I hope that that inspires you to move around a little bit more when you find yourself seated. It's going to help you a whole lot on a whole lot of levels. So thank you so much for bringing yourself to practice with me today. If you liked this, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, I would love to see that as well. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I have videos almost every week. And I wish you a wonderful day.